Guys, I'm just doing a really quick get ready with me. I'm not really going anywhere, but I really felt like filming a video, so if you want to see blended to the gods look, please keep watching. After I've primed my eyes, I'm just taking a translucent powder by MAC, and I'm just buffing this with an eye flat brush all over my eye just to set that prime. This just ensures that the blending for my eyeshadow is nice and smooth. And then that white color, the reason why I use a white is because it really helps the colors to pop. If you put something on the color of my skin but like a chocolate background, they're gonna have a little bit different of a payoff than if you put them on a stark white background. It's like drawing on paper. If you take a piece of brown construction paper and you draw the color on the brown paper, it's gonna be a bit different than the color that if you draw it on a white piece of paper. So this is why I use a white or a neutral base for my eye, and then cover it with a white or translucent powder. For my eyes, I've been really obsessed with my Tartelette palette in Bloom, demonstrating why today. So I'm just going to be taking the color Smarty Pants, and this is going to be my transition shade today. So this is going to be the one that I'm putting all up in my crease. This I'm taking in it and above it. This one's really just here for ensuring that the blending, again, is super smooth, just like the translucent powder, but we're just adding a little bit of color back into the eye, and this will also give a really pretty backdrop to all of your shadows once they're all on your eye. So now for the other eye, I'm tapping off any excess just to make sure that we don't have too much shadow and we can really build up to the opaqueness that we want, and not just starting with too much and then trying to work it out. So first color is done, then I'm going to go in with the color Rebel here, and I'm just going to take this again, same place, on my crease a little above, just as we're just going on a stairway down until we get to a darker color. And this is just because I don't want to go too deep without a transition in between. I don't want to just go from like a super sandy neutral to a super dark brown and then wonder why my eye look is kind of choppy. It's because I didn't build up to that really intense color. So one more time, I'm just going to blend that. And there we are, and now I'm going to be taking the color Rebel. Yes, I'm using the same brush. It's for these same parts of my eye. And I'm taking this one in the same places. This one, though, I'm focusing a little bit more in my crease, but I'm not really taking it too far above. And I want it to be super blended, which is why we're using the same super fluffy brush. Okay, and again, I'm just using the shade Rebel and doing the same thing on this eye. So next, I'm taking a more tapered fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with the color Activist here. Another dupe for this one would be Handwritten by MAC, but today, since it's all in the same palette, I'm just going to be using Activist on the outer corner. The reason why I'm using a fluffy brush is to keep it super blended and not too focused on one area. Just kind of want to diffuse it in the areas I'm placing it. This is not a cut crease. And remember to tap the excess off your brush. I'm not bringing this one too far in. I'm kind of just stopping here. Not harshly, I don't want to have a harsh line, but roughly stopping there because it is such a dark color. I don't want it to start looking muddy because we do have a lot of browns here. So again, with the Color Activist on the outer corner and a little into the crease, stopping mid-brow. And this just works for my eye shape and my brow shape. Don't you notice that you'll work super hard on one eye and then you'll get the other eye like perfect on first or second try? Like, that's so annoying. This shit is annoying. I literally just slapped the shadow on that side and it was perfect like every single time, and this one I'm literally working so hard right now. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this color Firecracker, super pretty gold. I'm gonna wet my brush after dipping in it. Mario Badescu Rose Water. Wet that and sweep that on my lid. The reason why I'm wetting it is because I want it to be really opaque and have a little bit of a satiny texture on my lid. And one more time for the one time, I'm just gonna take some more, wet my brush, and sweep it on. I love this color. It's super warm. So it's like not one of those golds that you have to hesitate about wearing. See, it's super warm and it's like sort of mocking a skin tone really. Like when my melanin is popping, it has this gold tone in it, you know? And I'm just sweeping Firecracker right over the parts that we wet. I'm just sweeping a little bit more of it dry on top, mostly patting, and then into the inner corner as well, just like that. My eye, first starting with Rebel, so I'm kind of going with the color that I put on my lid, only leaving out the transition shade. So Rebel's getting thrown under the lid kind of sloppily just because this one is second after the transition. It's super warm. It'll warm up this under eye a lot and not make it so raccoony. But honestly, I don't mind raccoon nowadays, so forgive me if I get crazy. Now I'm going with Leader. This was the one that we took in the crease. It's in the same order that we put them on our eyes. I didn't really spend too much time making sure that I put them in a separate order. I just kind of slapped them on my eyes. So I'm going to take the color Smoke Show, which is not really black, but it's close enough, and I'm just going to put this inside kind of on my waterline. When I was in high school, I used to use a Wet n Wild eyeliner that I still swear by to this day, but I did used to have to set it with a black shadow just so it wouldn't break in my waterline only. Like on the top here, it created like the perfect wing. It dried perfectly. It was the perfect black for me. It was like everything, but in my waterline, it would act up. Like I would have to set it with a black shadow or it would break and literally disappear within the hour. So I'm just going to place my lashes on off camera, and then I'm going to come back, I'm going to contour, and I'll be right back. So now that I've lined my eye and placed on my lashes, I'm going to contour. I'm taking my favorite contour shade in Sketch and my MAC 217 brush, and I'm just going to be placing the contour exactly where I want it, and then blending it out with a fluffy contour brush I received from Sephora. And then with my fluffy blending brush, I'll be buffing this out, and then I am going to be dusting off my highlight. And dusting off my highlight. Or sorry, not my well, yeah, sort of. My highlight slash bake. This also kind of, the reason why I brush off my bake after I contour is because it makes my contour a little bit more natural. Because I'm not really being too careful on where I'm blending. I'm just kind of taking that extra initiative to make sure that everything is blended seamlessly. Even my nose. Onto highlighting, I'm taking my brick. I'm going to hit the high point of my nose, mixing this lighter gold. It looks white, but it's gold, and this darker gold. I'm just gonna place that on the tip of my nose, take some down. I'm gonna hit the high points of my cheeks and get my favorite part. I'm just rubbing this all over. Yep. And a little bit here, just because. Why not? But this is the final look. Oh my god, how embarrassing. I forgot my lips. Okay. Okay. How do I revive this? Oh shit, there's no coming back from this one. Okay, since I'm not going anywhere, and if I do, it'll probably just be out to grab some dinner. For my lips, I'm going nude. I'm using NYX in Dubai. Now, that is the final look. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.